Next thing is in the change is the consoles being eliminated. I would say this is probably the hottest topic from our opinions, from everybody's opinions, swimmers, coaches. What are your thoughts?
I don't agree with this one.
Yes.
I don't agree with it. I understand what they're trying to do.
Yes.
I understand that they're trying to make finals this super exciting, quicker, faster paced, more engaging, to bring awareness, to bring brands, to bring sponsors. I am just heartbroken for athletes 9 through 16.
Yes.
Like, to make a final at an NCAA championship, whether it is A or B, is so exciting because you are scoring points for your team. You are a point scorer. You really feel a sense of responsibility, whether it is 1 point or 20, that you are giving back to your team. And to think now that that result is going to be based just on their prelim swims, that pride should still be there 100%. You're still scoring those points. But I just think that excitement, we're like trading in excitement for the audience and the people watching for the excitement of the athletes. And that was why I had such a big issue with it, is because this was something that felt like we're giving up a vital part of what makes the NCAA what it is to try and be better. But I just don't think we should. This felt like too big of a sacrifice to me.
Yes. And I think, and that's like, we've reached out to a bunch of athletes. That was the number one response. I think, not to play devil's advocate, but to share more context behind the decision. Yeah. Right now, the majority of the spectators in the arena are parents. Yeah. And the majority of people tuning in are parents. And so when I talked to more of the ESPN side, it was more about how can we make this like final, bam, bam, bam excitement. Just like, if you're watching football, you're not watching, the 24th and 25th team that didn't make it into the conference championships. You're watching the conference champions. Yeah. And so from that aspect, I get it. They're also going to be able to do way more engagement within the arena for the fans, some more, storytelling of the athletes, the top athletes on TV, on the broadcast. So that's also a plus toward it. It sounds like it's one of the criticisms I heard was, of course, like ESPN is just going to use the time and fill it up and get more ad spend and make more money, which is not the case. Like, I have confirmation on that. So I see it from that side, and I see like we have to make a change, and we have to think about it from the outside perspective, right? I think sometimes we get so like, I want to see the 9 through 16 people because they're the swims and the enjoyment and like the look and then I got to experience it. Sometimes like the B final, when the person goes the best time or like gets ninth and their teammates are going wild, and it's like I have chills. Like, it's so cool. But guess who doesn't care about that? The general public. Like, that's just the reality. And so I think my thought originally was like, okay, like I went, because I haven't experienced it, I'll just be honest. But then hearing you and hearing tons of athletes talk about that, I was like, dang, like, how
do we get them to care about it without taking it away?
Right.
Like, that would be my ideal, is like, I feel like we have a responsibility to then, you talk about storytelling, like, we have to help them understand how important that B final is so that they want to watch it. I don't just want to take it away.
Yeah, which is like probably not an immediate fix. I agree on that piece. And even like, our producer sat there and listened to me do 3 interviews with athletes, doesn't even know Olympic sports, didn't even know who Gabby Thomas was. Like, he just like, that's where we're starting. No offense, Jacob. But like, but then at the end of listening to the 3 stories and these athletes' incredible journeys, he was like, if I wanted to go to World Cup this weekend, like, would tickets be hard to get?
I love that. That's the goal. That's what we're trying to do.
Once they listen, they know. But I guess in the, and it sounded like this was on the table in the more recent timing.
Yes. See, this could be a good compromise. Keep going.
I think like, and it sounded, I don't know why it got taken off the table, but like making it so that, similar to what we do with the Pro Series, either make the B final be before the session starts, so that as the athletes are coming in and warming up, they can be cheering for their teammates, because that to me is the coolest part.
1000%.
Or at the end, which I feel like that might be tough for coaches. Like it just would be like a 12 midnight, 1 a.m. ending. But I guess I think it almost feels like it maybe it was on the table, and I'm just wondering why it didn't get voted in.
Agreed.
I don't know anything more than that.
I'm with you 1000%. I think if there was a way to keep the B final, even if it wasn't in the broadcast, I would have liked to see that avenue pursued further rather than just taking it out completely.
And maybe it is, right? We don't know. Maybe
1000%.
Maybe next year they're going to do that. But
we might get feedback. We might change. This is
yes.
why we're having these conversations.
This is why we're having these conversations. And I think going back to, I always try to look at other sports, right? Like track and field right now is literally doing athlos, and they're in the middle of Times Square. Tara Woodall is doing a long jump, and I'm like, can we put a 25-meter pool in the middle and do some races? I found some stats around, basically it sounds like when things have been made for the better, for fan engagement, for viewership, like around volleyball was the example that was given to me. Basically when and I'm really not good at volleyball, so volleyball players don't come for me. But then when they took out side-out scoring, which essentially is like they would go volley back and forth and back, no scoring was had. When they took that out, engagement went through the roof because there were more scores happening. Yeah. And so if you look at the example there, it's like more scores, more wins are going to happen back to back to back. Versus when I brought Todd to his first meet and we were watching B finals, he was like, oh, did that person win? And I was like, well, they won their heat. He's like, but did they win overall? I'm like, no. So I think there is some confusing aspects to someone who doesn't get our sport. And I feel like I don't want to acknowledge it because I'm like, our sport's awesome and everyone should love it. But like, we got to acknowledge it.
It's great insight. Okay. Thank you.